It's honestly one of the most wild Estes methods I've ever done, literally ever. She's in the corner.
Shut the f up.
This is literally insane.
Going on. Hey everyone, this is Emma with the Spirit Keepers coming at you with the final part of the Lizzie Borden case. This is the grand finale. There is so much going on in this video and when we go up to the attic, and I can't wait to get into it all with you. Feel free to go to the timestamps in the description box below if you would like to jump around this video. We're gonna start out with showing our investigation of the attic. I do the Estes method while we're up there. It's honestly one of the most wild Estes methods I've ever done, literally ever, so feel free to jump to that. And then at the very end, Greg, Ryan, and I are going to do we're going to do a reflection of not just this part, but all 3 parts of the Lizzie Borden series. If you want to check out the first and second parts, feel free to also find those links in the description box below. In the first part, we do the John Morse room at the Lizzie Borden house, and there's also some history in that first part, so if you want to know more about the history, that's the one to watch. And then the second one, we check out the first floor as well as the basement. This is truly the most wild Estes Method session we ever did. While we're doing the Estes Method, we have an EMF reader that is being used at the same time. There also is a bell, which it works similar to the EMF reader. When it picks up on energy, the bell goes off instead of there being a spike, so that's just something to be aware of. And another thing to be aware of is that Greg wasn't using his ghost tube app during this part of the investigation, but these other people that we were ghost hunting with did, and I did get their permission to film. What I did was I put the words that were coming through on the ghost tube app on the screen, so you can still kind of keep track of what is coming through on the ghost tube app while I'm doing the Estes method. And it's really important because there is some back and forth between the ghost tube app and the Estes method, and there are things that make sense on the Estes method that come up on the ghost tube app, and it's just really fascinating. I can't wait for you guys to see this and kind of get an idea of what the attic area of the Lizzie Borden house is like. There's a lot of children ghosts, but then it also seems like we made contact with some other people at the Lizzie Borden house, maybe Abby, maybe Andrew. I don't want to give away too much, but feel free to check out the rest of this video, and further ado, I'm just going to start rolling the footage. I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, Greg, do you want to like hold this? Oh, okay. You want me to do the thing? Okay, cool.
We can do the thing.
I'll take that as a yes. Okay, ghosts who are in here, we can use this to speak to us.
Don't hit your head, yeah.
I won't. Yeah, careful.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, just tap my shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Those headboards aren't meant for much. Open it. Open it.
If anyone wants to say anything, you can feel free to use the spirit box that Emma's using.
There is a bed.
There is a bed. And
She was talking. I've been here.
how long have you been here?
Coming.
How long have you been here? Do you have any information for us?
Hiding.
Turn it on. It is on. What else is supposed to be on?
Hiding.
Who's hiding? Is someone coming? Are you playing hide and seek? Are you playing a game? Can you tell us who you are? Who's here? Are there any kids still with us? Anyone hanging out? They might have played hide and seek or something, or I'm like, could they be avoiding something?
Yeah, like
Someone?
It's almost. What time is it? I live here.
I lived here.
Okay. Who's here with us?
Hi. Recap.
Okay.
What's the recap?
I'm Mackenzie. Recap to whoever went.
I'm Greg. That's Emma. That's right.
Still trying to figure out who you are.
Someone who used to live here.
I'm like, if you want to ring the bell or say something to Emma, she can help pass along.
They
this.
have it.
What do they have? Who has what? Who has?
Why are you here?
We're just trying to talk to you, get some information, get some history from the house.
There's two.
There-
There's two.
There are two people here, or two spirits here with us.
Excuse me.
Okay,
What'd I say? I'm sorry.
that you don't have to be sorry. Thank you for giving us a sign.
She said, I'm sorry.
Hey, that's very polite of you. We appreciate that.
Anyone feel cold?
I don't know. I feel a lot of things.
Go to work.
Well,
Sorry.
we do go to work. We came from work.
I was there today.
It's 2 a.m.
Listen,
Stay with me.
Stay with me.
Me. Like, I wonder, like, if
I have to wait.
what do you have to wait for?
Oh,
Stay with me. I have to wait. That's so interesting.
Can you see me? No.
No,
We're riding.
we can hear you.
I think they can ride on.
Well, there's like the little rocking chair, or yeah, they can't ride the little ladybug.
Tiny ghosts. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a message? Anything you want to say? Mm-hmm.
I object.
God, we're in a court of law. We're in a court of law. We're in that room.
Oh, right.
Because that's the lawyer's room.
That's true.
We're dabbling.
Oh. And something filthy.
What are we dabbling in?
Maybe they're riding horses.
Maybe.
Did they ride horses? Is that like
I like your shirt.
Oh. All right. Well, now we're gonna fight with whose shirt she's talking about.
I know,
personally
right?
think it's mine. It's mine. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine. I get it. Green's a good color.
Do you think you could
Buttocks.
I'm sorry, what?
Buttocks.
buttocks?
Go check.
You're
Go.
the only one that
Go
can see
check your
that.
buttocks.
Well, I hope there's nothing wrong with my butt.
Hurt.
Oh, your butt hurt? Hurt?
I did hear apparently Mr. Borden sometimes will get butts.
I knew it.
Is Mr. Borden here with us too?
I knew it. You're busy.
What do you... No, we're hanging out. Walter.
Walter.
It's Walter.
Who's Walter? So interesting.
I don't even know Walter. No.
Mm-mm.
I think we have. I'm pretty sure there's a poet.
It's out.
I don't know. Walter, is that
What's out?
I don't know. Do you think you can ring the bell one more time?
It's unfortunate.
Oh, I'm
really
sorry.
conflicted on how they're feeling.
Holy
That's
water.
not a good one.
I don't.
Interesting.
There's a door.
We don't
It's
like.
not for you.
Pay now.
It's not for you. Pay now.
Well,
We will give you some money.
2C.
We will give you some money if you're
Hey,
Mr.
now.
Borden.
Mad, don't.
Listen, we will. I promise. Don't worry about it. Don't get mad.
Stressed.
Stressed.
Are we stressing you all out?
I feel like we're talking to two different
I also
people.
just heard talking out there.
See your mom and Freddie?
It could be.
I'm here.
Did you hear that?
Right.
There are people here.
That's what I said.
All right.
Hi there.
Hi. Like, is there more people in here? Are there more spirits?
I feel like I hear stuff behind us.
I hear stuff out there. I can't make it out, but
Could be just your mom using.
could be.
I feel like she would come over here now. If she got off the phone, but she probably doesn't know we're in here.
I
Oh.
hear footsteps.
I feel like that just.
Next room.
But oh. Okay, next room.
Alright. Don't like that. Do not like that.
I thought ahead.
Wayne.
You know Wayne.
Please
At
be
work?
there.
Oh my god. This is so interesting.
Hard work.
There's multiple people trying to.
I think so. I think so.
42.
42.
Emma.
40.
Experts.
Mm-hmm.
No,
41. 40,
That was 40 and 41. Yeah.
40 and 41. 44.
42 is how old what's her face was, right?
Emma.
10 years older than.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Yeah,
Oh,
but
I
they're
think Lizzie's
fighting.
sister was
Lizzie's
40.
sister was
Feels
42.
like they're like fighting over.
Yeah, they're like,
Can-
actually-
One of you talk at a time. That would be so great. One at a time.
Okay.
Oh my god, no.
Laying down the law.
Kansas like, okay.
No, no,
I
no.
can't do that. I talk when I'm nervous.
Listen, kids. We appreciate all of this information. If one of you would mind just giving us some information, maybe one of you ring the bell.
Magic.
Oh.
That's expensive.
Maybe they want to see a magic trick.
Hmm.
That's a kid thing.
Anyone know one?
42.
42.
That's how Emma.
Yeah. I literally learned like one magic trick, and I don't think I can do it anymore because I was like 12 when I learned it.
Oh my really sense that you know a magic trick.
40.
40.
41.
There's a lot of 40
Apparently we're not
numbers.
supposed to say the nursery rhyme.
I definitely won't do it then.
I don't know the full thing, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to acknowledge.
The mother.
Yes, that is what happened.
Is it only kids in here?
I think it's just kids in here.
I don't feel my K2 meter just went up again.
Emma.
Yep. Now you're talking about our Emma, or is this Emma, Lizzie's sister?
I'm gonna
Emma.
put it on Lizzie's sister.
Yeah, probably Emma.
I don't think she's gonna.
Is there anything that you'd like to say?
You're doing good.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Maya.
Thanks.
She likes your question.
Okay. Wow.
That encouragement right there.
This is
Right.
literally insane. I have like no words. This is so wild.
I need a little
What do you need a little of what?
Water or I got
dabble.
Oh.
Does that mean like eat?
Oh no.
I'm not scared. I'm just
My mother.
processing.
Maybe
Or
That's Emma.
or what about, because Abby's their stepmom, what about their mom who
The
passed away?
strike.
Oh, okay, nope, we're talking about Abby, the strike. Oh,
No. What do you want to tell us?
So happy you guys get to go back to that room.
oh my God, right.
Come for me.
We
Peace.
we are going to go back to your room, that where you were.
Stop interrupting.
Okay.
She did it.
Oh my god!
Emma did it?
She's in the corner.
Shut the up.
Okay.
Which one?
What corner?
Dead.
Okay, well, I know
I-
you're not alive, so.
Mm-hmm.
September.
September.
It's December, so we're good.
The house.
Okay.
When did I forget? When did the?
It was in August.
It's in August. Okay. Oh man,
I couldn't live.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. If you can, you tell us the name of who did this to you?
I did it.
You did. Who is this?
We were talking to Emma.
I don't think it's just Emma.
Did she? Could be the maid, too.
Because she said rope, so maybe.
Bridget, are you here too?
Her room's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or were you involved?
Emma Borden commit suicide?
No.
Okay. So
They moved together to that house out on the hill.
So I was gonna say she said rope and that she couldn't live anymore.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Do you want me to tap Emma?
Run out.
I am not running out. We are not going to run out.
Dramatic.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we get Emma? Our Emma.
Emma.
Okay. Thank you, Emma. I'm going to get...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. No, we really do appreciate all the information, your communication, the kids, adults,
We can do it.
whoever.
It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we really appreciate it.
You say we can make it through the night?
We can do it, yes. All right, well, thank you. I'm going to get our Emma.
Hi.
Hi.
Very intelligent.
That
What?
was insane.
That was
Really
actually crazy.
Awesome.
That was
Yeah.
insane.
Was it really?
That was
Yeah.
a really good. Everything
Okay,
was active.
It was very active.
Everything made sense. He had his whatever that's
I
called.
heard, said, I hear footsteps. And then you said next room. Or maybe it was my phone, but.
Oh.
Yeah, when you
Oh
were,
my god.
we were hearing
said
stuff
Emma a
out
lot.
there.
Yeah, Emma came through a ton. There were times where Emma came through and I didn't say it. There were like two other. It said it like 3 times in a row, like Emma, Emma, Emma. So I would just say it once, but it was more than what I said.
Wow, that's
Crazy. The
insane.
bell went off. a good amount of
Bell went
Yeah,
off
I heard
quite
the
a
bell
bit.
going off, and there were times where like I could hear the bell like just enough, and it would be like I did it, or like some
That's great.
And the it seemed like there were multiple kids trying to come through. They kept
Yeah.
saying like, "Excuse me,
Walter.
Sorry.
sorry."
Mhm.
Yeah, there was one point where like I kept hearing my mother, and I'm like, oh, we're talking about like the Eliza stuff right now, like. Well, maybe.
Oh, see, because when we were
Maybe
hearing,
not. I don't know.
Sounded like someone was admitting murder.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
And you
and
just don't know who the was.
I know it. Like she did it, I did it. I'm like,
Multiple people.
Ooh.
that was insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's either like, I don't know if like Abby was trying to say she did it, or if it was like, I don't know, like Emma and like someone else being like, she did it, I did it. Or
Yeah.
really creepy, but very cool.
Footsteps again.
Jeez.
And there was you Didn't someone say she's coming or whatever, and then the footsteps happened or something?
Yes, and then it seemed like the kids were hiding at one point.
Yeah,
They said hi.
there was a lot of hiding going on.
And then it got really quiet for like.
I feel like
Are
kind
they
of lightheaded.
are they
Is it just
scared
me?
of? They must be scared of someone here. Okay, they are definitely scared of someone here. I think. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to bed.
So.
Hey everyone. Hi. I told you it's awkward like when we first start. So we're just going to do a quick reflection of the entire Lizzie Borden series. We just wanted it. There was so much happening all at once, and I remember at the time being like, I need like a week to process all of this shit. So we've definitely been taking some time to process, and like now it's been several months, so like feel comfortable like going over everything. So I think we're gonna start off with like the John Morse room, and I'll let you guys start and just like go over how you feeling or what you guys thought of that.
Yeah, definitely. I would say in the John Morse room, the biggest thing for me, I actually felt very comfortable in that room. Personally, I didn't feel like too much was happening. I actually felt like there was, a lot of comfort for me. I slept really well in that room. That's my reflection. But
So it's interesting because I did not sleep as well in that room. I just kept waking up, like I was jolted awake every so often, and I didn't necessarily feel like anybody was touching me or looming over me, but there was just something that kept waking me up and I would jolt awake. So it was really interesting. But when we were hanging around, I didn't really feel anything either way. And when we were trying to investigate in the room, there were some things that came through when we were using the Estes Method, when Emma was speaking and trying to get those messages through to us. We had some EMF spikes. The bell that kept going off a few times. So I definitely feel like there was something going on, and I felt, just something. It wasn't necessarily negative, but it was a really interesting time, and I definitely could try sleeping there again. I don't know how much sleep I would get, I'll be honest.
I would say that the room was, at least for me, surprisingly positive for a room that someone was murdered in. And for sleeping in the bed next to a...
Yeah, you were right next to that spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he was the sacrifice. So I had a similar experience to Greg where I actually had a lot of crazy stuff happen throughout the night. I don't know if you guys remember some of that, but like I was jolted awake multiple times. I was touched while I was sleeping. Like I had something touched my back multiple times. There was a collar on my pajama top, and in the middle of the night I felt something come over and like fix the collar.
Yes, I specifically remember you saying that.
Yes, and like I was like, okay, here we go. So I felt something touch my back, and then I was jolted awake again multiple times. And I told Greg and Ryan that like I fully acknowledge that this might just be like my mind playing tricks on me because we were in the Lizzie Borden house and whatever. But like one of the things that happened was when I was jolted awake, I just lied there with my eyes closed, and I had an eye mask on, so luckily I didn't see like a ghost or anything. But like I had my eyes closed and I saw the image of Lizzie Borden. I'm not even joking. Lizzie Borden, but like it wasn't like the photo of her, like her hair was down, which I found really interesting, and it was like down and curly, and I was like, interesting. So yeah, and for people who don't know, that actually is like a form of clairvoyance. Like if you're like having an encounter with a ghost and like you have your eyes closed and you can like see them in like your mind's eye, like that's what clairvoyance is.
Mm-hmm.
So and I've had it happen before in other haunted locations, so who knows, maybe my mind just had like a bias because we were there. I don't really know, but like let me know what your thoughts are if you've had similar experiences. But that's why I also, this is gonna sound really weird, and I know this sounds crazy, and I've accepted it, I've seen all sorts of shit, I own it, but like I felt a pressure on my lips at one point in the middle of the night, and it was real weird, and I think I was like kissed or something. Like I felt it on my lips, and it was just weird. And like I talked to one of the managers the next day and told him about like what happened, and he was not shocked. I mean, of course they see so much there, but like he said he was like, that doesn't surprise me because women in particular are touched at the Lizzie Borden house a lot. He said that there's a few specific ghosts who like target women, and he said he was like, that's not surprising that like you had that kind of encounter like the next day.
I'm just glad that it was mostly gentle in that room. I will say they just kind of adjusted your pajamas, you know?
Yeah, that in particular seems a little like motherly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I don't know who it was, but like to me that felt like potentially like Abby maybe, or,
That's what I was
Lizzie.
thinking.
I mean, it could be Lizzie. I don't know, but like, because like I said, we don't fully know with Lizzie like what you know. But like it did feel like someone was like looking out for me in that moment.
Yeah.
And, I mean the other stuff maybe not so much, but like that moment I'm like.
But with that in particular, I think especially because when you were under the Estes Method, and I think that it might have been Mrs. Borden who was trying to come through saying, "I am free."
Yeah.
She might have really appreciated that she was able to get the message out through you.
That was a good point, is that even, the Estes Method in that room was relatively positive.
Yeah. So, like, if someone is there, I totally believe that it's, like, Abby, and I think she's just, like, kind of, like, managing that room, I guess is, like, the way, way to put it.
Like a safer space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt really safe in there. How did you guys feel about, like, the first floor and basement? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
I think with the first floor, I felt fine, really, and in the basement as well. I didn't really feel too uncomfortable. On the first floor, I know that we definitely got some more through the ghost tube app, and some words were coming through. But I don't know, for me, it wasn't too good or bad. I definitely felt some energy, and I could feel that there were some people trying to get some messages across, but it wasn't necessarily negative. And I think that I have to listen to some of the words that came through again. But it was interesting because I think there was a lot of continuity between the basement, first floor, and even up into the attic. But in the basement in particular, there was so much that happened, especially with my EMF detector, getting responses, saying, when I was asking, can you bring the light to red? Can you do it again? It kept happening. Being guided over to that corner that nobody really likes to go into. That was such a shock because I'd never had that experience with my EMF detector doing anything like that ever.
Right. Yeah.
And I've had that thing for years. But when we got to the corner and we were waiting because there were some people that were trying to communicate and get some information before us. When we were waiting, I felt this cold on my feet specifically. My feet were so cold, it almost felt like I was standing in cold water.
Yeah. No, I think that the first floor, for me at least, was intriguing. It was a thing where we were learning a lot more about what actually happened at the house. It was more of kind of a museum, so it was interesting to learn more about the history of the house. But I think that the first floor, especially when we were in the room where Andrew was murdered, that was most interesting to me because I actually felt like I was touched in that room. And so that was surprising to me, for one.
Tell them about it.
Yeah, so it was over in the corner. I was by like the door heading into that room, and I was really I was keeping an eye on everything that was going on in that main living room area, just kind of admiring everything. And then I got up to walk away, and it felt like someone poked me. And I turned around and I'm like, well, I'm in the corner, so I don't know how that would be possible.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was very noticeable, and it was pretty powerful, so I was a little surprised by that. But I wouldn't say it was anything negative on the first floor. I thought it was really interesting in the kitchen. There was a lot of activity, especially with the bell. And it was interesting just to hear, especially in the kitchen, that bell go off so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it would go off when you would actually say something.
Yeah.
And so it was like it was responding to you. So that was interesting to see.
Yeah. And like they claim that Andrew Borden, you can tell, allegedly, you can tell the difference between Andrew Borden using that versus other spirits, because anyone who likes Zombieland will know what I'm talking about with this, but he's notoriously known for his double tap.
Yeah.
So he will, so he's all about doing the, like doing two of them at the same time and doing it in twos. And allegedly, like who knows, but allegedly that's supposed to be Andrew Borden, where when you hear the doo-doo, like that's supposed to be him specifically.
And I like it because you could hear those distinct different types of rings.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, even with this kind of primitive tool, these creatures, or not creatures, but these beings are able to make themselves known, you know?
Yeah.
So in different ways. I thought that was really cool.
Super cool, yeah. I didn't get like too many bad, like, negative vibes or anything from like the first floor. Like we were getting some really cool stuff, and and it was interesting just because I feel like I mean this is kind of like touched on in the videos, but like because I mean not anymore, but there used to be so much Ouija board activity. I feel like a lot of the spirits on like the first floor and the basement weren't even like connected to like the house necessarily.
That is how it felt.
And like the rest of the house, it almost felt like a party. Like it felt like there were a bunch of people like in the house being like, hey, what's up? I'm not Borden, but like I'm here. Like what's good?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Right.
that
They're trying to tell their story too.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And like even in the basement, like you could tell, like we were just talking to so many people. There were like women coming through. There were alleged, you know.
First floor and in the basement, it didn't even necessarily feel like the Bordens were involved all that much.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but it felt more like there was some other people that were coming in, or like the house itself was opened up to other spirits or something like that.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get to like my favorite part, the craziest part of this whole thing, the attic. So like what?
Insane.
That is the craziest thing ever. But like, do you guys?
Yeah. I'll say in the attic, my takeaways. It was so interesting because, first of all, I was using the GhostTube app the entire night, and I was getting responses more on the first floor and in the basement, but nothing on my personal device in the attic. But some other folks that we were with, they were getting words, and they were using the GhostTube app, and they were getting words through. But it was happening in conjunction with what Emma was saying when we were using the Estes Method, and she was, she had the headphones on, and was blindfolded and was listening to the spirit box, and so there were things correlating with what she was saying and getting from the spirit box and what was coming through the GhostTube app. And so it was just wild because there was so much energy it was definitely kid energy.
Yeah.
There were definitely children there because it almost felt like there were multiple kids trying to fight over, getting command of the spirit box or the other tool to get their words across. And so we kept getting, different words that were very much corresponding to kids playing and, like with the ball and the book and things like that.
And to preface, this was almost a nursery type area. There were like kids games that you could see, or like blocks and things like that.
Toys, all that.
Definitely would give the impression, that this was a kid's room.
Mm-hmm.
So this definitely followed with that.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, it just shifted because it was the words that started coming through were, he's coming, hide, hiding. Oh
and
my.
it's interesting because I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
but like,
you're fine.
they would say hiding in the Estes method, and it would go silent. Like they actually were hiding, and we're like, no, we're not
Mhm.
talking to you anymore. We're hiding.
And
like
before, they were clamoring for control of the microphone.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they would all be,
Yes.
like, crowding around. And you could tell. That's why we were like, okay, it's got to be kids.
Yeah.
Because they were all crowding around as if, oh, give me that, you know? Like, it's my turn kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it came through until, as Emma was saying, it really did shift.
Yeah.
To a point where we actually got concerned. The energy shifted
Yeah.
as well.
It was weird because at the same time, so I was farthest from the door. I was more in the corner on the opposite side of the room from the door, but people closest to the door said that they heard footsteps, and they could. I think somebody also said they heard a door.
We
Yeah.
did hear the door, yeah.
So-
move or slam.
Yeah, so just to like, just because I've watched that video a million times, I know I haven't shared it with you guys yet, but one of the people we were with said, like, I hear footsteps, and what comes through in the Estes method, I say next door, and he said he was
Right.
like, it was
Yep.
like out.
Yes.
There are male spirits in that house for sure that the kids are scared of.
Yeah.
For like you can tell they're scared
Yeah.
of these people, and like I think it's interesting because I think so for people who don't know, like we did the Estes method in the John Morse room right before the attic one, but I think Abby came with us upstairs
Yeah.
Okay.
because she comes through at one point and she says like, I didn't get to live. I don't know if you remember that, but like she
Okay.
and like
I briefly, yeah.
and there was this whole part where I think Andrew may have been there too, but like she says go to work, and he was like, I can't go to work right now, and like I think they were having like a spouse quarrel.
It
little
did
spat.
sound like that.
Yeah, and it was interesting because you brought up the butt thing, and I say it through the Estes method. I'm like, I knew it, and then you hear you're busy. Like I think she was like giving him. Like, I knew you were like doing shady. Like no, I genuinely think that there was
He's looking
like,
at people's butts.
like
Oh man.
yeah, no, I genuinely think like when you listen to it, I'm like I think they were like fighting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the kids
Like-
didn't want to be a part of that.
No,
Like, who would?
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and another thing, this isn't shown in the video, but I got this was the first area where I had a genuinely like weird reaction to being in the space.
You
Yeah.
did.
And like
yeah.
at the very end, after the Estes method, I had cut the camera at this point, but I felt really lightheaded, and I felt like I was being
Yeah.
annoying because I kept repeating it, and I was like, guys, I think I'm gonna pass out. Like
No, I remember that.
Concerned.
I genuinely felt like I was going to like faint in the room, and I think it was because I was doing the Estes method for so long.
For so long.
Yeah.
Like, to try to.
I was worried you were being drained because you hadn't been that way before when you were under the Estes method previously.
One time
Yeah.
that you've been under the Estes method previously, I think it's only been one spirit that's been trying to come through, or that's
Yeah.
what it seemed like.
Yeah.
But this time, it was definitely more than one. It
Yeah,
was,
I
you
mean,
know,
bombardment.
There were kids. There were these like random Ouija
Right.
board spirits. I think Abby and Andrew were also like kind
I
of
think
in
so
there
too.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there was a lot of intelligent response. Like I think there were a lot of people fighting like in that moment.
So,
to, like,
and I
get-
think my takeaway is that personally, I think the attic is the most interesting space.
Yes, so
Mhm.
it's interesting because when this all went down, there was so much to process, and I was like, I don't think I could ever go to the attic again. But of
Yeah.
course, now that a few months have gone by, I'm like, I think I would.
Yeah,
And I
right.
think I would stay.
Right.
I want to go
overnight.
back to the attic.
I totally would. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I mean, I don't. Honestly, I think it would get to the point where I'd probably have to sleep in my car or something, just because I had such a crazy reaction. But I'm like, you know what? As much as like the whole point is to go there for the ghosts, so it's like, and I didn't sleep that much in the John Morse room anyways. Like
It's
we might
true.
as well
Right. Right.
just do the craziest
Yeah, I don't know if I'd
ways.
have as good a night of a sleep, or rather as good of a night of sleep
Yeah.
upstairs, but
And it was one of those things where even before we got into the room, I remember walking up the stairs with the group, and like I don't do this often, but like I had a pearl clutching reaction where I felt like I was holding my chest
Mm.
going upstairs, because the moment you go from the second floor to the attic, like the mood immediately
It's-
changes.
Exactly.
It is
Such a
so
shift.
heavy. It's
The energy
It's such a
is
shift.
big change.
Yeah, I don't
Definitely.
know. I don't know all the details as to who's up there, but like, there's definitely at least one like more negative like entity up there. But like, there's just a lot happening in the attic. It's.
I think the thing that was most fascinating to me is after the fact. You know, I've looked more into the Lizzie Borden house now. I mean, I knew of it before, but
Yeah.
I've looked much more into the history of it and things now, and a lot of what we've experienced, especially in the attic, has been corroborated by other groups and
Yes.
other ghost hunters, and so that is just very fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very cool for sure, and
It
like
was.
we had a lot to process. But
Absolutely.
after all of this, you guys looked into history more. Like, do you guys think Lizzie did it? I think, like, I guess that's the final
I mean,
question.
I don't necessarily know if she was the one who actually did it herself, but I do think that she could have had some involvement or some knowledge, especially considering all that was going on around it and what was happening with her and her sister, and how they were pretty much slighted by their father and what they were supposed to inherit. And I think that it pissed off a lot of other family members.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if she had some knowledge or involvement or was protecting someone else.
And if you look at it, you know, based on the ghost experiences or the type of paranormal experiences that we have, I wouldn't say that you really got a feeling whether or not she did it at all. I don't think that we got that from the paranormal experiences.
Right.
But from, you know, researching at the house, because it really was a museum as well.
Yeah.
And also just learning more about what had gone on there, I do definitely think that she was involved. I think that Mr. John may have had more of a heavy hand, literally, in what was going on.
I agree. I
But
second that.
I definitely do think that Lizzie was involved, and I think that, you know, it worked out in her favor in the end. So even if she wasn't involved, I think she still kind of won. So.
Yeah.
She got to live out her life on the hill.
On the hill, exactly. So
I agree. I think that she may not have necessarily done it, but I think she was an accomplice.
Yeah.
I go through like different theories all the time. Sometimes I think John Morse did. Sometimes I think she hired a hitman. Sometimes I think her and Bridget teamed up because Bridget had like a ton of guilt afterwards, and I was like, she had to. I feel like she had to have known too in some way. I also think it's not a coincidence that Emma just so happened to not be there, and even if she wasn't an accomplice, I think she was at the very least aware it was happening and didn't care.
Encourage everybody to look more into it because it's not as simple as it seems.
Yeah, and I also think people assume that she was found guilty just because it's called the Lizzie Borden case, but it's not until you look into it. I'm like, well, I don't know.
Right,
but,
She actually was not found guilty and she was let off free. So that's an interesting thing too, is you can look at the sort of police response to it, and if you really look at everything that they did, I'm not sure that they actually did the best they could have. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, from what we were looking into, the initial investigation was just so poorly done. There was no real protocol done.
Yeah.
No, there was definitely a lot going on. But, I mean, I think the whole thing with this is, I would say, look more into it because it was something that just being in this place made me realize, okay, this is a lot more complex, it's a lot more intricate, it's a lot more interesting than it seems just at face value.
I just love though that even regardless, because we visited her grave, all the tokens that people have left behind, she has really left her mark.
That's true, yeah.
Which is pretty incredible because, I mean, if you're going to visit Fall River, it's probably because you want to go to the Lizzie Borden house.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there were great restaurants we went to, great people that we met, but that's, I think, what it's most famous for. And going to her gravesite, you can tell it's visited very often.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. But, yeah. So, Anyway, so that's kind of our whole overview of the Lizzie Borden house. Feel free to comment in the section below. Do you think she did it? Like, what are your paranormal experiences? Let us know. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I have a bunch of other videos coming out. We want to go to S.K. Pierce's house eventually at some point, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and happy ghost hunting.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.